I knew relatively little. I knew some of the headlines about Edison's prowess as an inventor. I knew next to nothing about George Westinghouse. I knew a little bit about Nikola Tesla, partly because of what a prophet he was. If the other two were working a decade in advance, this guy was thinking a century ahead. And so his name had come up in current pop and science culture quite a bit in my experience. So I started at the ground with this one, and slightly nervous to take on a great American icon and one who's often credited as being the greatest American inventor of all time, the greatest number of patents certainly. But what really staggered me was the lengths he went to try and win this war. I mean, pretty nasty tactics, dirty tricks, and fake news, and besmirching his opponent. I thought, my God, this is really sort of ringing quite resonant and true to, sadly, some of the current form in politics and business, but politics in particular. And fascinated me to sort of study a man, great though he was in his achievements, who perhaps failed, and why that was, and to humanize that, to give it a reasoning behind his activity rather than just saying he's the bad guy to his good guy, And what little I fathomed in my experience, I guess, was that he was a profoundly deaf man who came from very humble backgrounds. He was very protective and very quick to be defensive and insecure, and just, it's a great morality tale, I guess, to all of us now, to realize that it really is only by coming together that we can triumph as a species, and there's just no point in being protectionist and marking off your area of fenced out land as he does, metaphorically and literally, And I think that's what spoke strongly to me about a story that's relevant for now as well. It's not just two white guys battling it out. It's about male ego. It's about what we do in order to retain stuff and destroy things in the process and lose our humanity. So pretty relevant to what's going on in some parts of the world.
Lastly, what was
It was wonderful to work with Alfonso. Me on the Dying Girl was just such an extraordinary achievement. I thought for somebody to bring then into now, to make a film that's as rock and roll as it should be, when it's about just the sheer excitement of what it is like to turn on a light and watch something glow to the point that it's like magic or God or something absolutely mystical and enigmatic. How do you create that visually, through the language, through the sparsity of storytelling and the visual imagery? And he has such a love and a profound knowledge of cinema that you couldn't ask for a better Helmmeister, a better captain.
Thank you.